Hi and a warm welcome from my side. I'm Gabrielle Flemming. I'm part of the Eloy team, and I work with our websites. And so they asked me whether I could make a presentation today on how to create a simple website with WordPress. So I will start the presentation. So we will look at the most important basics today. So what is WordPress, how hosting and domains work, and how you can design and structure your own website in a simple way. By the end of this presentation, you should understand the key steps needed to build a simple and professional website. So first of all, what is WordPress? WordPress is a CMS, a content management system. That means that it's software that allows you to create and manage websites without needing programming skills. So you don't have to know HTML. It's just like building, when we were kids, we had this wooden blocks and we built or Lego and we built a tower or a castle. And so WordPress is almost like this. We will try it. WordPress is open source, which means it is free and it's continuously improved by developers all around the world. However, WordPress is free. You still need the hosting and a domain to make your website visible online. And for this, I will explain two words. First, hosting. Hosting means renting a storage space for my website. And it is offered by various companies and is referred to as hosting, like host. And a domain is the address of my website. For example, our website is HTTPS. This is for the security, Eloy.net, or, of course, www Eloy.net. So, basic version of WordPress is free. But if I want to do more with my website or I need it for work or my company, there are many different pricing plans available. And you can look for this at WordPress. We will see it later. Or you can use a hosting service. Um, we have several hosting services in Germany. So, for example, Strato. We use Strato at Eloy, Ionos, or SiteGround. But I think in your countries there will be other hosting services. So you just should find out what kind of web servers there are and how much it costs. And perhaps you have a check in the internet. For example, we have this one, hosting Testsieger. So you can compare the different hosting services. First of all, how much does WordPress cost? The basic WordPress software is free. And as you can see, you have 1 GB of space, of web space. And however, the total cost depends on what you need. We at Eli use, for example, Premium. And Strato, because we have Strato, has several other prices. So these prices you can see here are billed monthly, and you can pay it for 1 year or 2 years in advance. So you get a bill, perhaps you use this one, you get a bill and you have to pay it, and taxes are added to this. So as you can see here, there is no price. And of course, you see it's companies like Meta, like Disney and other big companies, Samsung, which use this. And you can see 25,000 US dollars per year. So this, you won't need this. Um, Perhaps you would like to have a personal plan for €4 or a premium one if you want a better WordSite press. So I have my own WordSite press, my blog, and I pay this one. So let's take a look at WordPress, and I will stop this and choose another window. So press. So it's always this black. So now we are here at WordPress.com, and you can use your own language. So I would choose German, but today I want to show it in English. So you have to register. So with your email and choose a password. I did it with Google. So I will click this and then I choose my account. Weiter. So, and here I have to put this away. So, as you can see, I have some websites, and now I will show you add a new site. So for you, it will be look different, a little bit different, but I will add new site. And I can do one with RE, and I can do it for myself. So, sorry. Um, so first, you can choose any name just to check if there is a domain, the name for your website. No, this doesn't work. Sorry. Back to sites. Perhaps because I already have several sites. Of course, it doesn't work. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation. We will see it later. Sorry. So, um, what kind of website do I need? First of all, there are several forms of website. You can choose a corporate website for companies, and for example, Eloy has a corporate website. You can choose a portfolio for artists
Gabi,
of, yes,
we can't see the presentation. Is it
okay.
gebaut?
Once again, now,
Yes, but we can see the whole, not only one slide.
now,
Yes, perfect.
okay.
Thank you.
So sorry. Okay, yes. You can choose a different form of website. First, as I told you, a corporate website, a portfolio it's for artists or for presentations. Blogs are for example, influencers in the internet, for bloggers or for writers, journalists. So you can edit a blog site every day, or you can have an online shop or a web app. So there are different forms, and at first you have to choose what kind of website you need. Then, of course, you have to think for the name. And there are 5 golden rules. It is very important to have a good, right domain name, and the name should be short and memorable. So maximal 2 to 3 syllables, easy to pronounce. For example, myclub.de or myulm.de or something like that. Um, this one is a bad example, like International Funding Trust Charity Club.de. This won't work. And if you have too many words, it won't work either. And the name of my website should be descriptive. So it it should tell what the website is all about. For example, Backnang, that's a city in Germany, fitness-.de, or voyageblog-gabi.de. So everyone knows this website is about fitness and this website is about traveling. It is also very important because the search engines like Google or Bing or other engines um, need keywords. So, for example, yoga, sport, business, not a fantasy name, not a very long name because it won't work. Your website couldn't be found. Very important for Germans, no umlauts like ö, ü. Perhaps there are similar umlauts or special, um, yeah, special roles in other languages because it's complicated for this search engine to find it, and your address won't work with those syllables. And when you live in Germany or you live in another country, the endings like de or ru or uk for Ukraine, they signal it's a local website, it's trustworthy. Um, for example, like net and com, it's more international, but when you choose a local ending of your address, it's more trustworthy. So, how does my website get its name? So, first of all, when you go to WordPress, you you think about your name, and then you have this. I have to show it once again to you. Perhaps it works now. So try again. So here. So here you can enter a name like Gabi's website, if, and then you can search for website. And oh, look at this, it's available. So I could choose this one, but or blog or org or com. So um, in the and WordPress offers me for my first year. I don't have to pay for this, but for blog, for example, but de would cost €8 a year and then €8 again. Okay. So, but perhaps I don't want to have it now, so I don't need it. I will go on. Back to sites. eingeben. Do you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay. So check yes, check the name, and then you have to observe domain protection. That's very, very important. In Europe, we have name rights. So not every name may be used. When you have a company or a special name like our former Bundeskanzler Angela Merkel or Nike, Adidas or Pope Francis or everything else, you mustn't use this name because it's protected by law. It could be very, very expensive when you use this name. This company or a private person could sue you. And it's about, I heard of one case, it was about 5,000 euros because you used a foreign name. So then you choose the name as I showed you before, and you have to pay for this name, WordPress, or you choose another ending like Gabi's website.wordpress.com. This name is always free. So if you have the ending wordpress.com, you don't have to pay for your website, but if you don't want to have WordPress, you just have to pay your name. So, website design. The website design is extremely important because it creates the first impression of your website. And WordPress has a lot of wonderful possibilities to make a modern website and also has Strato and all those hosting services. And your website is like your digital business card. And it should reflect your personality, your content of the website, and of course, your target group. Um, and the website design, a professional design, builds trust in your company, in your yes, in your content, and makes yourself credibility. So let's take a look at this website. I found it in the internet. That's an old website. It's a web shop. And as you can see, it's all yellow and it's very narrow and yellow and well, it's so crowded. And um, yes, it's a very poor design. And 94% of users leave poorly designed websites within 10 seconds. So there are studies on this. And also the way you choose the colors and fonts reflect your personality. Eli often use blue and white because of our logo, and green we use for intergenerational issues. You also have to think what kind of groups or persons do I want um, to reach. So senior citizens need large fonts and clear navigation, so it has to be very yeah, very easy to use. And young people love animations and videos and colorful accents and perhaps music, but we will see music is very expensive. So the dashboard. I will go back to WordPress and choose one of my websites. So So this is a website I made for myself. I love Lucca. Lucca is a city in Tuscany, And as you can see, I choose a very bright colors and clear colors, and that now I want to show you the dashboard. Ah, once. Oh, today it doesn't work. So customize dashboard. So the dashboard is the control center of WordPress and the control center of your website. On the left side, you will find all important functions like pages, posts, media, plugins, and design settings over here. The dashboard helps you managing everything. You can create new pages and posts, upload media, install plugins, and adjust your design. It's very important to explore the dashboard so you feel confident when you use it. So at first I will show you some possibilities. So here I have my medias. So here I have photographs I made myself in Looker. And when I create a new site or a new posting, I use this media. Then here I can add media files and I just can upload them here. I can also upload videos or music, for example. But this normally you have a small amount of gigabytes, and I have 1 gigabyte for my pictures. So here you can see the pages I already made. And every time I make a new page, it will be shown here. Here I could change, if I want so, the design of my website. So, as I said before, there are several forms of websites like blogs or portfolios. So here you can see, for example, a very clear one, a colorful one, there are designs for um, blogs, for writing, and you just can choose the design you want to have. Here you can see this one is for free, and for this one you have to pay. So this is personal, it's for €4 a month, and so you have, at first I think you will choose a free one. So portfolio looks different from blog. Perhaps at first you just have to look what kind of website would I like to have. Business, store, for example, this one. Yeah. But I don't want to change it, so I keep mine. And here are the plugins. Later I will say what the plugins are. And here are our tools. Okay, let's go. Do you see it? Okay. So you will get this presentation. So I just added a lot of information for using WordPress. So plugins. Plugins are extensions and they add new features to WordPress. Um, You can think of them like apps on your smartphone, and they allow you to add contact forms, like security tools, galleries, search engine, and for example, visitor counting and something like that. And no, 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 no. Yeah, they are like tools in the toolbox or the apps on your smartphone. So we have several browser extensions at Eloy, like ad blockers, like spam blockers, like password managers, many plugins for safety or design plugins. You have to pay for them, so you will get plugins from the personal plan. There are no plugins in the free version. So let's go to the design. A good website needs two things. It needs good texts and it needs good images. So as I showed you, you have a media library and you can go on media and you can upload images as many as you want, uh, as many as you have space. So first, before you start your website, it is best to prepare folder on your computer. So, for example, for my website, I have my photos in a folder on my computer, and then I add them to my media storage. And you can also have them on a USB stick, and then just add them to your Mediathek. So one thing, our Buchtis, Fabian and Emil know that. Videos take up a lot of storage space, so it's not very good to add videos to your WordPress site. At Eloy, we do this, that we store them on YouTube or Vimeo, and then we make a link, and so we don't need the web space on our site. You can also upload PDFs. So we do this at Eloy. If we have informations or flyers, we add them to our WordPress site. Images for my website. What do I have to bear in mind? That's very, very important. Um, Germany and the EU have strict data protection, copyright, yeah? Um, so it's very expensive when you use a picture and you don't have the right to use it. Violent, I wrote it here, violating copyright can be very, very expensive. In Germany, it starts around 300 euros and can go up to 3,000 euros when you have a picture you mustn't use. So therefore, it is better to use private images you made by yourself or to use image databases. And for Eli, for example, I use Pexels and Pixabay. So this picture here with the butterfly is from Pixabay. And you can search images there and download them. Um, but you have to use the source. So when you add a picture from a database, you have to write under the picture, picture from ba 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 ba, for example, from Winnie 0 to 1 by on Pixabay. In Germany, it's also very important that persons have private rights on their pictures. So when we add a picture from, for example, from a meeting, a Danny of Networkers meeting, or from persons, we have to ask them whether they want to be on this website. You have to ask every time, and if you don't, they can sue you. So this is expensive too. So the text. Your website needs pages and posts. So I have it here. A page is static and timeless. So a page is like turning to a new chapter in a book. You don't need a date, and so it's a fixed part of your website. A post is, yeah, I wrote it's best compared to a social media post. So it's dynamic and it's mainly used for blogs. And at Eli, we use it, for example, for Fit for Democracy. Um, Perhaps, Sarah, you can write the link in the chat, and they have a date, and this date is displayed, and mainly you have a list, chronological list on your website. I will show this in my blog. So, for example, here you can see there's a date, and I will show you my website once again. So these are posts. Yeah. No. So first of all, I and Luca. So this is a page. You don't have a date, and I just write something about Luca, and then here I have the Klappentexte. These are posts, and as you can see here, I have dates, and it's like a diary when you write in a diary. Let's go back. Do you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. So this is a typical page, static, and we at Eloy use them for about Eloy, for a contact, for the start of the website, for galleries, and everything that is official. And this I explained. So let's try to add a site, and I will go back to my website. Oh, again. So as you can see here, I can add a post, media, or a page. And first I will add a post. And then I just write test, and I want to show how it works. So this is the headline. No, this is the headline. Every post and every page needs a headline, and then you need a text, and then you can use the tools of WordPress. For example, I can add here. Come on. I can add an image. So I just can upload a new one, or I can select an image from my library. Then I look for a picture, for example, this one. So you see it's very large, so I can use this, and it needs less place. And then I can write something else. And I can make this fat, or I can make another color. But it's not good to use pink. It looks a little bit girly. So, okay. When I finish this one, I just go here and say, okay, I want to publish it. And are you ready to publish? And here you can see if it's public or private or password protected. We use this, for example, when we do a class at Eloy and we have materials, so I can choose this one, enter a password, but I want to have it public and go on publish and then post published. Very important, I have to copy the address. So now I want to see it. And as you can see, it's here. And when I go to the Klappentexte, I will have the test here. Okay. Good. It's very simple, so you just have to play with WordPress. Let's go back to my presentation. I copied the link before, and every time you make a new post, a new page, you have to copy the link and put it on your website. You know, it's yeah. On a website, these links can be found in the menu, for example, in the header, and you must link to all external sources and images, as I just said before. So let's go to the Eloy website. Right here. I will show you Eloy complete. So everything here has a link. And when I go to news, link, link, link. And you have to do this with your own website, of course, too. So you will work on the site. So we will go back to my homepage. So we'll go to, for example, let's take a look. Visit site. So sorry. So I copied the link before. So when I want to add a link, I just make like this. And then I can add here a link. And then just press enter. It's very simple. but I really I don't want to have this link, so I remove it here. Okay. And you have to do this every time. So sometimes I'm sitting in the office and I'm just adding links, 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 links. Okay, let's go. Let's leave this. Um, and go back again. So, um, each website has a menu, and this menu is the table of contents of a website. And the menu should contain the most important pages, and the menu should not have more than 10 words. So I will show you several menus, and I will show how to make it. So let's go back to the Eli website once again. First to my website. As you can see, I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words in my menu. And when we go to the Fit for Democracy website, I hope it works. You also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we go to the Eli website, we have more, but then we have a sub menu like this. You can just go like that. Okay. So how to do the menu? You can use customize, like here. You have to test it at home, and then you can make the menu over there. You just have to try it out. It depends on your computer. So, but there's an instruction in my PowerPoint presentation. I'm sorry that I'm switching between the presentation and the. So, can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, next one. You will have homework till next week. First of all, I want you to create our own homepage, a free one. Okay? Um, think over what kind of homepage would I like to have. Um, have your own WordPress account and then choose your theme and create some pages. Sarah will send you the exercises and then create, for example, a about me page, create a post. This was my day today. Add pictures to your website, add pictures to your media storage, and read about requirements for websites in your country. Read about data protection, legal notices, and more. That's very important. and just try to get to know your dashboard at WordPress and use pages and postings and go to Pixabay and Pexels, look for pictures and upload the images to your media collection. So these are the exercises for you. You know, WordPress, you just have to try WordPress. You just have to play with it to get it to know. Today was just a very simple starting into WordPress, and perhaps we could do more the next time.